All right. I'm going live. Uh, it's just before 8 a.m. here on the East Coast. Uh, Early morning time, but my daughter has a dentist appointment this morning, so we're just getting started late. But this just came across my phone, and I just feel like I have to address this, my personal opinion, and I could be totally wrong about it. Elon Musk. I don't like this guy. I don't like him. And he's been getting whatever. I guess people are happy he bought Twitter. What is he going to do with Twitter? Nothing. And by the way, he spent $3 billion. I think right over 3 billion for less than 10% of the company. All right. So what's the news this morning? The fake news I see everywhere. Everything's fake. Elon Musk is going to buy Twitter. And I think, damn, Elon Musk is going to buy Twitter. He's so stinking rich, he can just buy Twitter. Okay. What's Elon Musk's net worth? I believe it's 265.1 billion. Yeah. Wonder how much it would cost to buy Twitter. That's the one thing. Yeah, it's 265.1 billion US dollars. Let's see how much it would cost to buy Twitter. Twitter's value is 36.7 billion dollars. Let me explain to you why Elon Musk is not going to buy Twitter for 36 billion, 40 billion, or 35 or 30 billion. I'm going to explain this to you real quick. Elon Musk is a business owner. He owns Tesla. I mean, he owns so much stuff. I can't even get SpaceX. What's the MindLink one? Neuralink. That's just three companies I named right off the bat. He's worth 265 million. When you make 265 billion dollars, do you have any idea what you're paying out, y'all? Do you have any idea the amount of money that flows out of your bank account to keep that 265 billion? So let's just say Elon gets a wild hair up his little rear and he decides to buy Twitter for 40 billion. Let's say he gets it at a discount because he's already a shareholder. 35 billion he buys it for. That's 35 billion he cannot send out immediately. How the hell was here? What's up, brother? I don't trust anybody. Good. That's a good way to be in 2022, man. I mean, guys, it's just the amount of BS out here, and y'all know, like, we're out of here, dude. I might not even be able to do YouTube that much longer, and I don't really, you know what? I'm just gonna say what I want to say. So, yeah, that's it. I don't care anymore. I don't care. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more nothing. I just see all this stuff around me, and I just think that's right. Now, per usual, I could be wrong. Elon Musk could buy Twitter and couldn't hurt his bottom line at all. I'm a small business owner. I don't make much money. I definitely don't make Elon Musk money, but I know what it takes to run a business. I know how much it costs. I know every day, like a man like Elon Musk, his time, y'all, his time. If he spends an hour at the park with his kids, he's losing money, costing himself money. If he goes on vacation for a weekend, he's costing himself money. I don't know that people understand what it takes to hold on to 265 billion. Let me ask you this. If it was so easy to hold on to money, how come 50% or more of all these lottery winners, some of them winning over 100 million, 200 million dollars one-time payouts, how come they're broke within 5 years? Here's my ultimate point. Elon Musk is not going to buy Twitter. I'm calling it out right now. He's bullshitting. He wants us, regular people, to go out here and buy Twitter so he can get richer. Wasn't it Elon Musk that was complaining about all, like, government contracts and how corrupt the government was? Yet he turned around and signed a huge contract with California. I'm sorry, with yeah, huge contract with California to supply all of California state workers with EVs. But you know what? He doesn't have any any political ties. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he sure does, because you know who he signed that contract with was, I believe it was Nancy Pelosi's husband. That's how he got that deal. So I could be wrong about that. Maybe double check me. I'm calling out right now. Elon Musk is not buying Twitter, man. This dude is all about getting rich. That's it. How does a man get on Joe Rogan's podcast, which, by the way, I don't watch anymore because I think Joe Rogan's full of poo. I don't like that guy. I listened to him for 8 years, 10 years, longer than that in MMA. I no longer listen to Joe Rogan. He's just as bad as the talking heads on CNN and Fox News and wherever else. He is purposely omitting information, acting like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know. I didn't know Twitter censored people. Come on, y'all. Get out of here, Joe Rogan. Anyway, back to the point. Elon Musk is not buying Twitter. Calling it right now. He's not going to buy the all of Twitter because he wants to make money. I'm sorry, man. I'm going off. If you are unfiltered on YouTube, you will have issues for sure. They are censoring content creators' videos recently based on the narrative they don't like, but I can appreciate people that do it. So yeah, I'm just going to say what I want to because I'm going to tell you what else just happened. Man, I tried to mess around with Rumble maybe a month ago or something. They make it so hard to upload a video to Rumble. And it was just a little difficult for me. But Rumble has just put out a statement, basically to the effect of, we're not, excuse me, let me get my words right. Rumble just came out and said of some channel, Russian propaganda channel, right, that they're not going to censor it. So Rumble seems to be the place to go. And by the way, there is no Home Theater Joe on Rumble. There's Caleb from Digital Trends on there. Other than that, I see that place is wide open for me to take. However, it's kind of difficult to upload videos to there. Like I'm not good at this stuff, right? I know it's off topic. Well, the recent Halo show has some content creators have reviewed it negatively, and Paramount is taking the videos out. That's crazy. Here's the first video I ever put on YouTube, man, was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. You can't see it. It's in my video queue. Nobody else can see it. It was a review of the Vizio P series 65 inch. It was the first consumer display here in America, if I'm correct, to carry Dolby Vision and HDR, right? It was an awesome display. A little too saturated colors, a little too bright for me. That's the first video I ever did. While I was showing this, I put Batman versus Superman, I think, on the TV, and I muted it. So I was like, man, if they don't hear the sound, maybe they won't. Listen, I had no viewership whatsoever. I had zero content on YouTube. And don't you know, Warner Brothers struck that video down. And it was like, you could buy it on DVD. That's how I had it. Anyway, that's just a funny story. So yeah, that's my first video on YouTube, is the review of the Vizio P65, P165, whatever it was. And it never even made it. Nobody ever even saw it. Joe Rogan, I used to like him some years ago. It's what got me interested, got me listening to podcasts. Me too, my friend. But since he is sold to Spotify, not only are his streams more tame and filtered, but they lost quality big time. Thank you, sir. I couldn't agree more. As a matter of fact, it was before Rogan went to went to Spotify for me that it was ruined. When he had Tim Pool and the people from Twitter on, the former CEO, can't remember his name, and their attorney, for Joe Rogan to sit on that show and act like he didn't know what Tim Pool was talking about. Just little old Tim Pool was not really much on YouTube at that point. I mean, he had some, I don't know, he might have had maybe 100,000 at that point or less when he did Rogan. Joe Rogan wants to tell me how well read he is, but he doesn't see the problems coming out of like where he's at. And then he moves to Austin, Texas. Let me tell you something. Him and all his crony friends are going to do the same thing, excuse me, to Texas as they did to LA, Hollywood, wherever you want to. All those rich guys, like, man, they just screw up everything they touch. So this dude, because I know that whole Twitter mess when it was going on, and I was kind of up to date with it, listening to Tim Pool, just amazed. Joe Rogan is like, well, I don't know. So that was the turning point for me, y'all. I realized Joe Rogan is not trustworthy. When he went to Spotify, then all of a sudden his fans were like, hey, whoa, there's episodes missing. Joe immediately came out, well, hey, it's just, look, they'll get him there, blah, 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 blah. The dude is a stone cold liar. Joe Rogan's a liar. And it just really gets me that all these people look to him as like some cultural figure. He's not, man. He's not. Okay, let me back up. He is a cultural figure. We're looking at the wrong people, y'all. Looking at the wrong damn people. First episode of Halo streaming on Paramount's YouTube channel had 70% dislike ratio, and they even took that down. That's hilarious. Yes, it is. Let's see. He's not live anymore, I believe. Sprung, how you doing? Sprung, Robin, how you doing, my friend? Yeah, I believe you're talking about Joe Rogan. Sure, yeah. Is it not live? Wow, do they have to tape that down there? Because listen, I don't have Spotify, y'all. I just refuse to listen. I refuse to get Spotify because of Rogan. And one of the biggest things is because what Spotify did to Rogan, right? But Spotify, Joe Rogan knew they were going to take those episodes. He knew that. He couldn't sign that contract with Spotify without them and his lawyers going over it all. He had to be okay with it. And I'm assuming or guessing it was something to the effect of, hey, Rogan, this is your library still. We're just not going to, you own the rights to your library. But while you're in contract with us, you will not post these episodes. And I think it's up to like 40 some episodes, dude, that are not on there. So, and Elon Musk is on there, like smoking weed, and then his stock goes down. I don't know why his stock goes down for smoking weed, but whatever, it is what it is. But I think those two are like, made for each other. I think there's a lot of good to Joe Rogan and Elon Musk. But honestly, at this point, man, when you reach a certain point, y'all, talking about money, if you're a regular person like me and you're out here struggling for your average life, that most of us, 90% of us out here in America, we have an average life, right? 80% of us. We struggle for that, and we appreciate things. But man, when you break, say, I don't know, 250,000 a year, $1 million a year, 10 million a year, consistently you're doing this, you lose touch with people, man. Do you think Joe Rogan goes to the grocery store and just, does his shopping? Because I don't think he does. I think somebody's got to do that for him. You lose touch with regular people, man. And then the people that are in your ear, I don't think they're all good. So, you know what I mean? Let's see. Joe Rogan is just playing ball. Everyone always sells out, man. I'm actually going to tend to agree with you, man. That's what I was kind of saying, dude. When you get to a certain amount of money, it's about that money maintaining itself, rolling over on itself. And if you make bad decisions, like all these lottery winners have in our country, more than 50% of them flat broke within 5 years. You get a $60 million one-time payment, $130 million one-time payout, $230 million one-time payout. You're broke 5 years later. This happens to most of the majority or most of the lottery winners. So money, when you're, like I said, when you're Elon, you're worth 265 billion. He doesn't have 265 billion just to throw out, y'all. That 265 billion has to keep rolling into itself. It has to keep investing into itself so that 265 mark can continue to grow. Once that 265 mark starts going down, it's much harder to get back and maintain. You need that money to roll itself over. You need that money, helps create more money, obviously. And buying Twitter would be, let's just call it $35 billion. So that immediately takes his net worth down to about $240 billion. And I know, like, hey, that's not a lot to do. Still got plenty of money. But that $240 billion is so wrapped up in Neuralink, Tesla, SpaceX. It is wrapped up in everything. Oh, my friend. But what's up, bro? Morning, HTJ. Hope all is well. Look, now the tempo just got up in here, I should say. I actually wanted to name this The Mummy 4K or Blu-ray, but the Elon Musk stuff just sent me off this morning. So I'm going to give you, my friend Tempo, I'm going to give you a little preview here, buddy. Don't buy the 4K of The Mummy. Stick with the Blu-ray. I will say this, though. I've never seen The Mummy before, and that was a great, fun time, dude. That was a fun watch. The CGI was a little janky, but I'm probably going to do a full video on that later, right? I really kind of like this new series, 4K or Blu-ray, because this is what I've been going through lately. And let me make one more time. Recently, I just experienced the most immersive, the best looking, how do I say this, film in my home cinema that I have ever seen, bar none. There's one close contender. Um, it is not what you think, though, and I cannot wait to unveil my greatest home theater experience thus far. Let me also say the MC1 is just kicking butt, y'all. Like, I'm so glad I didn't go out here and buy an Anthem receiver for $4,000, an Anthem AVR or pre-pro, excuse me, pre-pro. I think they do have those pre-pros. I'm so glad I didn't go out here and buy a Denon AVR 6700 for 3 grand or a 4700 for 2600 or 2400, whatever they are. Uh, I am so glad about that. Let's get to Hell Was Here. Y'all know I love his handle. I can't stand most TV shows these days. The only show I really liked was Peaky Blinders, man. Yeah, well shot, good cinematography. It's a plus. What TV shows you recommend? I don't watch any. I don't, man. My the best TV show, man, the one I enjoyed the most, and this is a while ago, so y'all are gonna have to forgive me, but Spartacus Blood and Sand. Obviously the real tragedy about that is Andy Whitfield. I'm sorry, I can't remember the gentleman's name. He played Spartacus in the first season. He ended up passing away, I think 44 years old, man. Cancer. Uh, so that really put a damper on that series for me. But if you haven't seen Spartacus Blood and Sand, man, also Peaky Blinders, you're right. The cinematography on Peaky Blinders, man, is really good. Plus, I'm a huge fan of what is his name?
Colin
Cullen. Cullen. I don't know how to say it.
Murphy.
Murphy. Yeah, Murphy guy, Maximus over there. Maximus Prime, let us know. Another season of Peaky Blinders is coming. Very good, very good. I've watched the entirety of Spartacus. It was good, man. Spartacus, it's pretty. Uh, I'm not gonna say it's the most accurate depiction, but man, they did a really, really good job. Oh no, just a movie. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. A movie of people. Yeah, that's him. That's him. How, dude? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm so bad with names, but of course, the Scarecrow, and one of my favorite movies, dude. And I'm not buying this movie on Blu-ray. I really want to. 28 days later. But the reviews on that film are so bad, video and audio, and of course, I remember what that film looked like, but. Mm, Spartacus is a modernized version. I enjoyed it for what it was. Yeah, man. But again, historically, they told the story pretty well. It's an easy story. I mean, it's so much told that of course, you spell it with a K. Killian, is it Killian, y'all? Killian, Killian. My name's Killian Murphy. It's always hard when I hear people say his name because they're like Scottish or something, and I can't understand. Um, I don't. I know we know that Spartacus decided to leave the Romans because they weren't going to protect his people, right? They were moving in a different direction to fight whatever. So we know that he did defect from the Roman army. Uh, we know that he killed, the House of Body Artist guy. Like, yeah, historically, pretty quick. We know that they broke up. We know that Crixus and the other guy took half of the army. You know, so historically, pretty good. We know that they actually made those vines came down the man. I loved it, man. I really did like it, man. That was a great one. And how could you not like at this point I was a little younger, but I will say this, man. I'm sorry, this might be crude, but the violence, it's just big hulking men in shape, like hacking each other up with swords, or it's gorgeous women. Now, it's like wow, for a young man, that's a great show. Like if you're in your early 20s or something, and Lucy Lawless, come on, y'all. Who'd have thought? Wow. Lucy Lawless, I just think that was a big step for her in that role. Spartacus was well shot. Really cool action series. A bit like how Zack Snyder does his action. Yes, dude, I agree totally, man. Yeah, so also I have the 300 on 4K. I just bought it recently and I couldn't get through 5 minutes of it. So I got to really sit down, watch the 300 in 4K, then watch it right back in Blu ray. I'm thinking it's going with the Blu ray though. I do love Snyder also did Dawn of the Dead, right? Uh, what was the zombie one where they were stuck in the mall? Is the remake. Zack Snyder did that, man. Very good. That's my favorite. Uh, one of my favorite zombie movies. The acting on Spartacus was great for what type of show it is. It was flashy, kind of commercial, but the action took it a notch. So, that's one thing I could believe. For that's a TV show. Those guys really put into work. Um, they had great cinematography, great stunt work. I mean, great fight choreography, guys. And to get the actors to all buy in and do that stuff, man, it must have been so difficult, honestly, to get everybody trained and to get those fight scenes worked out. Of course, they added in the special effects, dude. That show was so brutal. Um, was that a little bit before The Walking Dead, right? Or right around that time that the first season of The Walking Dead first? I remember that Spartacus and The Walking Dead, when that first came out, those were so kind of brutal. And I was like, wow, they're showing this on TV, kind of crazy. Snyder did Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, that is one of my favorite. Man, that's one of my favorite, dude. That's a really good one. It's shot really well. And he even got the pregnant girl in there. Like, I don't want to give too much away if anybody hasn't seen it. I guess I did just give too much away. If you like Spartacus, you should watch Rome. I did. But it's only 2 seasons, brother. 2 seasons of Rome. Which, by the way, I did. You guys know I got to the Pacific recently, and here's the biggest difference between the Pacific and Band of Brothers. The Pacific probably has a bigger budget. Obviously, it does because of all the just downright shitty CGI in it. Like to me, the Pacific. I'm only through the first couple of episodes, but to me, they ruined the Pacific with all the crappy shit CGI. Rome was so expensive they had to cancel it. Such a shame. Really? Wow, I did not realize, but I enjoyed those first 2 seasons. Especially the main character, that redhead guy, and his like right hand man. They were in the army together. Man, it's been so long since I've seen that series. I can't remember. Um, yes, sir. Yeah, Band of Brothers, man. Yeah, I obviously, yeah, I haven't watched it since it came out. Is the transfer any good, my friend? It's only on Blu-ray. They don't have it on 4K, but it's 5.1. Um, it's incredible. Yeah. So another thing I should say, and I always say this, man, past 2022, 2023, I don't really think this is going to matter, but I have to say it. My display is calibrated. Both of my LGs are calibrated. Um, and it makes a huge difference, guys. If we're just sitting around watching our favorite movies on a projector or display that's not calibrated, you're doing yourself a disservice, So, but yes, Band of Brothers looks absolutely incredible. Um, the Pacific, not so much. Band of Brothers is great though. The actor's from the redhead. He did Dog Soldiers. That's another great movie. I love it, brother. Man, hell was here, dude. You and I are on the same page, dude. Do you want to come on this show live? You want to talk some live stuff on this show? Hell was here. Send me an email, all lowercase, home theater Joe 81 at gmail.com. Let's get you on a live stream, dude. You can just do the voice thing if you want. You can do the video thing. You can download StreamYard for free. I'd really like to get some people, some community members involved with the channel before we have to dip out. And time is running near, y'all. I will still have this place here for a little while, but it'll be bare bones empty. I don't know what's going to happen, honestly, but I do want to. I want to have this conversation Elvis here and I are having right now live. That would just be great. I love Dog Soldiers. That's an awesome film. Man, the budget on that could not have been great. Here's another good. That's like werewolf. Here's another good. Oh man, what's it called? Have you ever seen the werewolf film where they're on the train? It's like UK based European. They're in Europe somewhere. They're on a train at night. I believe it's called. Anyway, they're stuck on a commuter train, and then the power goes out, and the train is stuck on the tracks, and all these people. Basically, it's a werewolf movie. It is really good, and I cannot think of the name of that. I think it's called How. What was it called? How? I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, How movie. Thank you. Yeah, there it is, y'all. How. If you're looking for, I just think the way the movie's paced, and of course the way it's shot, it's really good, man. Uh, yeah, yeah. If you guys, it only got 5.4 on IMDb and 63% on Rotten Tomatoes. What do they know? How's a good movie, dude? Hey, look, it's about 8:30. Hold up, brother. The problem doing the show is that where I am right now, I don't have the best conditions and privacy to do so. Time zone doesn't help either. I'm on Europe, but we will see. Yeah, dude, let's do that. Send me an email, man. We'll work it out, dude. Yeah, yeah, we can work it out, brother. Okay, hold up. I want to see this. The best werewolf to me is the Howling. Yeah, dude. Rob Bottin, I believe, did the special effects. He also did right after the Howling, I think, not long after the Howling. What year was the Howling? 84, 86, couple years after the Howling. He did The Thing with John Carpenter. And supposedly he put so much into that movie, man. He had to check himself into a hospital after that movie. I think he was like having a nervous episode, nervous breakdown type episode. But Rob Bottin, if I'm thinking correctly, is the guy that did the special effects. 81. Thank you. So yeah, let me look that up. Because I could be wrong. 81 seems a far cry from 89, but let's see. Rob Bottin. There we go. There he is. There's my guy. That's him. Yeah. Rob Bottin. Bottin. Yeah, known for The Howling, The Thing. Sorry, you guys probably can't see that. I don't know why I'm showing you. I should be just sharing the screen or whatever. But yeah, The Howling, 1981, man. My man, good call. Whoa, The Thing is 1982? Why did I think that was so much further in the 80s? Yeah. So that's what I thought it was. Yeah, right after The Howling, he went and did The Thing. And nervous breakdown, man. Ben had to hospitalize himself. That's how good at special effects he is. Man, I love that movie. Also, Silver Bullet, dude, is really worth checking out as far as werewolf movies are concerned. Joe Dante was the director. He also did Small Soldiers, which is which not a lot of people watch, but it is fun, dark humor movie. I think of it as the evil version of Toy Story. I love that movie. It was one of the first movies to come out on DVD or DivX, as it were, at the time. Yeah, you could have DivX or DVD, but I love Small Soldiers. I think Tommy Lee Jones was the main voice in that. Yeah, had a bunch of people in it, but yeah, Small Soldiers, those little guys. I gotta look that movie. I might have to get that movie on Blu-ray, man. That was a really fun watch. I haven't seen that in forever, dude. Good call, my friend. Good call. Wow, man, you do have a good depth, brother, of movie stuff. Anyway, hey, man, we're so close on what we're doing over here. I've been putting together a little bit of B-roll footage. Me and Maximus Prime. And also, like we've all been kind of sick and worn down. It's the worst week for this to happen to us because we've just all we want to do is get in this new place. But the floors should be all the machine work was done yesterday. We got to go do some handwork stuff today. Treat the floor, let it sit overnight before we stain it tomorrow in first coat. So, man, we're so excited. It's been really hard for me to even get on here and do anything. As always, I appreciate you guys. I know it's hard because I never say when I'm streaming and I just kind of get up here and do it, but you guys are awesome, man. Uh, I remember if I could talk, I remember specifically the first DVD I watched. It was The Matrix. I was late to the party and Waterboy. I know, Batman. What? I love Waterboy, dude. I don't know, right? The Matrix I saw in theaters. It was crazy, but I do remember like Circuit City was a company we had here in the States at the time, and DVD was just making its big stride. And like a DVD player was like $500 or something at the time. And Circuit City came up with their own brand of DVD called Divx. Now, this would work through your phone line. You would bring home the machine. It's basically a DVD player with this Divx service baked into it. You would hook this up to your phone line, and basically you would buy the movie for $4.99. But you could only watch it for 24 or 48 hours. And if you wanted to purchase the movie to watch it anytime after that, you would pay an additional $14.99, I believe it was. So yeah, in the beginning, DVDs were like um, $15, $20 easy, right? Of course, they had these sections where you can get the cheaper DVDs, which is one of the ways I fell in love with Fearless Hyena, Snake versus Crane. They had all these $4.99 DVDs in Circuit City. Jackie Chan, man. Of course, that was probably a little bit after Rumble in the Bronx, which is what I at first uh, saw him in. Waterboy isn't a bad movie, but I very much prefer other comedic movies from Jim Carrey or Ben Stiller. Yeah, Waterboy isn't bad. Adam Sandler's best work is definitely his earlier work, for sure, right? Um, oh, did Miss Veronica Vaughn want to touch the rain? You know, that yeah, dude. That early Adam Sandler stuff, man. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. That's his best work, right? Okay, let's see here. My first DVD player was a Pioneer. Good choice. It was pretty good. DVDs arrived kind of late here in Portugal. I got you, my man. Yeah, yeah. Hey, sweet kitty. This is my little guy looking at me. Let's see here. Let's see here. Happy for you and your family, Joe. Before you know it, you'll be settled in and enjoying. Man, I hope so. But I can tell you this. I'm gonna have some real room to create and do some cool things. The only problem is the interwebs. So that's an issue. But you know, it is what it is. So I don't think that any live streaming will be happening. And I'm so grateful that YouTube took the live streaming from 1,000 subs. As you guys know, I don't have 1,000 subs, right? But I feel like the people that are in this community, like you guys, Tempo help us here. There's a lot of guys. You know, I don't want to, I don't want to name and then not name people, but there's a lot of like really loyal people in this community, man. And I figured out a couple weeks ago. I think I've been doing this stuff all wrong, man. You know, I shouldn't just be looking at a computer or cell phone talking to it. I think I should be interacting with the community members, man. And I should apologize for that. You know, I kind of realized that too late. And this little guy right here, this little ducky. Y'all remember Ducky? Look how big Ducky's getting now. Look at this guy. He's a sweet boy. Um, I guess he's 16 or 18 weeks now. Anyway, yeah, probably 18 weeks, something like that. I don't know. But yeah. So I don't know where I was, but I am happy that YouTube backed off that 1,000 thing, and we do have some really really great community members here, man. But thank you, Tempo. Thank you, my friend. Good way to grow the channel these days is, in my opinion, with reviews, especially if you were doing against the grain. That's how I found you with the Batman review. Well, thank you, sir. Yeah, I couldn't stand that Batman stuff, dude. That just made me so mad. And I'm a huge Batman and Superman are probably my favorite comic book. But I'm not a big. I own the first three Avenger movies, and I think I own Aquaman because it looks so brilliant. And Jason Momoa just does a good job in that movie. He's funny, he sells that part really well. Sorry, Samantha's getting herself. Should be there, my baby Samantha. My big year, she's 14. What was I saying? I have no idea. Oh, wait a minute. I bet you I was gonna say, oh, the review thing, right, man? God, that made me mad, dude. I'm not into the comic book movies like I'm talking about, but I really gave Batman a shot, dude. I really thought I thought it wasn't going to be good because of Robert Pattinson. Honestly, I thought they needed. I mean, he's tall enough, fine, but I felt like they needed a bigger man, more muscle mass. Um, anyway, I was so disappointed in that, and all I kept hearing is like how great Batman is. Well, no, it's not, and that's kind of what I've been hearing about Elon lately, dude. Does anybody remember when Elon was really touting Dogecoin, and then he went on SNL and tanked, and Dogecoin just went away? Does anybody remember that? Like, this dude tweets a lot about the stock market and stocks and stuff. And I think it should be probably illegal as hell because the man is owns so much stock in every damn thing. Whatever. The problem that there is not a lot of stuff coming out. Man, that's true. I miss when you have so many good movie releases in a year. Yeah, remember, my man, when in the summertime, you knew that there was probably going to be three huge blockbusters. Okay. At least one coming out for June, July, and August, y'all. And then in September, you usually got another big blockbuster. But more than that, like this 90s maybe, um, you would have one or two huge blockbusters competing against each other in June, July, August. It's like you couldn't get away from the huge summer blockbuster movie for years. And now all our movies are 3+ hours in the movie theater. Absolutely ridiculous. I refuse to go to the movie theater. This is one last thing I'm going to say today, man. I love the home theater community on YouTube, but it has gotten way out of fucking hand, y'all. Every time I turn on YouTube, all it is home theater tour. And I don't want to hate on anybody, dude. I like these guys. I love these creators. Where are these home theaters coming from, y'all? I'm an average guy. I make an average living. My home theater's in my freaking living room. It's kind of hidden, but it sounds really nice. Where's the budget theater, y'all? The only thing that gets any play on YouTube are these really expensive, stupid home theaters. Bro, YouTube has got such a problem with, I don't know how to say it. It's like keeping up with the Joneses, man. It's like everybody's got to have the nicest, the coolest stuff, dude. Like, it is like, who lives like that? Who has the best of everything, dude? Who has enough money to throw $30,000, $40,000 at a freaking home theater? But that's all I see on YouTube. Home theater tour this, home theater tour that. Look at this. How much you put, like, blah, 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 blah. Where's the home theater tour for the average dude, man? Why do I always have to feel like poo every time I turn on YouTube and realize that somebody has a home theater in their house that's like 60, 70 grand? What? It's like, I mean, I'm getting over it, dude. I'm getting over it. Like, look how great everybody's. I've said from day one, I've kind of gotten off the budget shit lately, but brothers and sisters out here in YouTube land, I built my home theater in my living room, which is basically hidden. You can't tell it's a home theater until you sit down and turn on a movie for extremely cheap. Really, really cheap. I would bet my 7 speakers do not total more than $600. That's not the 2 subs, obviously. The 2 subs were 500 a piece. I got both for 500 at different times on sale. They're $500 subwoofers, y'all. They're not $3,000 subwoofers. I don't know. I'm just saying, everybody out here got the money to go buy all this stuff and get on YouTube. I feel like these days, anything that is decent to good is just called a masterpiece for a little reason. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I feel like the median is not in a great spot, and young people hype everything. That's my take. You know what I heard my daughter saying yesterday? She said, so and so be like, and I just stopped her. And I was like, listen, that's not proper English. And I'm not raising you to spit like you want to talk, you know. It's pop culture that is infiltrating everything, and kids hype everything. You're exactly. Oh my lord, you're so right, dude. So right, my man. Let's see. It's a business on YouTube, sponsorship, etc. Most of these people got a lot of stuff given to them for advertising purposes. That is true, but I'm more speaking to. Um, Let me be perfectly clear. It's not the home theater tour that gets me. But why are we not doing more budget home theater tours, man? Every home theater tour I see on every channel is like people are just trying to, you know, show their glorious, massive home theaters. Why isn't there? I don't know, man. I just think that there should be more budget friendly stuff on YouTube. In America, it's like we have to have the biggest and the best and the most expensive everything. And it's just not true, dude. I just, oh man. And believe you me, we're going through it lately because, you know, buying a home, you tend to go through your finances. And trust me, they're not where I would want them to be. Anyhow, y'all, it is 8:40. I do have to take my daughter to the dentist this morning. She has a broken wire, poor baby. So she got broken wire. We're gonna take her over there. They're gonna fix that. Then we get to go take them to school. They have some Easter egg hunts and stuff go on while the rest of the day, me, Maximus Prime, we're gonna go out here and just work as hard as we can. And yeah, we really need to get these floors going and ready so we can make a big move. Anyway, um, yeah, man. I want to thank you guys always, man. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate the community. Yeah, Elon Musk, not trustworthy. I don't believe. You are so welcome, my friend. Thank you for joining the stream. Hell was here. Tempo. Also, we had. Oh man, where was he? Where was he? Sorry. I'm so bad with names. So bad with names. Sprung Robin. Uh, what? Oh damn. Who's not alive anymore? I don't know. I missed that comment. I'm sorry, brother. Anyhow, damn, I really wish I know who he was talking about. Uh, he's not alive anymore. Anyway, okay, guys. Hey, man, I hope everybody has an awesome day or enjoy the rest of your evening wherever you're at in the world. Uh, yeah, dude, if y'all have any questions or comments, good, bad, or different, you can put them down below. They're greatly encouraged, greatly appreciated. And now we can probably wrap a bow on this one. As always, thank you for listening. Be good. Oh, hold up. Thanks for the stream. Yes, sir. Tempo. Have a great day, everyone. Yes, sir. Have a great day. Hell right, man. Love you guys, man. Yeah, as always, thank you for listening. See ya. Be good. Be safe. Boom. Boom. Yeah.